All right, what we got?
You've seen Andre Johnson tape in games. What have you seen in the off season maybe that surprises you or anything? Did it reinforce what you knew about him?
Well, I think one of the things that's allowed Andre to be such a good pro for so long is his ability to focus and pay attention to the details. He approached joining our team as if he was a rookie. All right, he took copious notes, and he was always focused, engaged in meetings. He's constantly asking questions, and he's working overtime to build a relationship with Andrew Luck and the rest of our guys, for that matter.
Regarding Andre, Andrew was just talking about. I asked him about the fact that Andre makes so many contested catches. Whereas other guys might not be open in those situations. Like, you can throw him the ball and have faith that he'll come down with it. Is that just his size, or is there more to it?
I think it's a skill set as well as his God-given ability to go up and jump high and have the hand-eye coordination to make some amazing catches. But his catching radius is off the chart, as well as the fact that Andre is a big, physical, strong man that understands how to leverage and use his body to give him an opportunity to make those plays.
When you talk about relationships, the center quarterback relation, Khaled came into training camp last year, probably is going to be the starter, injuries forced him. What did those 5 games at the end of the season do for him as far as, continuing that development with Andrew?
Well, I think that QB center relationship, that continuity is where it all starts for us. And I think all of our centers, they gained a tremendous amount of experience over the course of last season by having the opportunity to go out and play and play with Andrew. But it's important for us to really, just bring that front line of guys, bring those guys together and get them on the same page and make sure that we have a group that speaking from the same hymnal.
What's the biggest challenge in developing that continuity between the center and the quarterback?
Just live reps. Live reps. But I think the one thing that we have to make sure that we're on the same page with is just our communication. That's where it all starts for us on any given play. You have to make the right call, make the right mic point, get everybody on the same page, and that's going to give us the best chance to execute the play once the ball is snapped.
You've watched Kobe for a long time. Can you even think back to when the first time you saw him was? I think he was a receiver to start out at Stanford.
Right.
And where he is going into year 4 here.
Well, Kobe is a special athlete in the sense that he's 6'6", 250 pounds, and he can run as fast as most NFL receivers. I think just from an overall football aptitude standpoint, that would probably be the biggest difference in Kobe now as opposed to a young Kobe back at Stanford. But I'm excited to see that Kobe has continued to develop his game and become a more well-rounded tight end. He can play with the ball and without the ball, and I think he'll do big things for us next season.
Has it been a challenge for him to catch up to his raw athleticism for the rest of his game to catch up?
No, not at all. Not at all. I think back to Kobe's senior season at Stanford. He caught 10 touchdowns for us, and it wasn't just raw athleticism that allowed him to do that. It's a reason that he was a second-round pick. It was a combination of both, rare athleticism, not raw athleticism, and speed that's off the charts, along with a skill set and, once again, a catching radius that'll make him a special player and a tough guy to cover if you're a safety or a linebacker.
Talking to Dante Moncrief, he expressed kind of disappointment in himself with the number of mistakes he made last year that his rookie season didn't get where he hoped it would be. Are you seeing the kind of evolution from him, the comfort level you need to see for him to be sort of get himself in this mix with all these wide receivers?
Oh, I think Dante's ahead of schedule. I thought he made a ton of plays for us last year. I think back to the Redskins game, and he had a game-changing play in the long touchdown that he caught on the post route. But anyway, Dante is he has that combination of exceptional size and speed for the wide receiver position as well, and he's a delightful young man that comes to work with a great attitude each day. And football is important to him, so I expect that he'll realize his full potential, or he'll get even better in his second year as a pro.
What do you think separates him from those other smallish wideouts, and that he's so consistent, yet a lot of guys his size don't maintain that?
Ty has exceptional spatial awareness. You know, it's one of those things that's somewhat innate. You know, is he can feel or sense, you know, when bodies are around him, and then you got to consider that he has exceptional body control as well. You know, he's made some amazing plays over the course of his young career, I think the sky's the limit with Ty. Ty is a guy that has field credibility around here, and our quarterback has a lot of trust in him.
Obviously, Frank Gore's resume for rushing the ball speaks for itself. His blocking ability, it seems like, you know, that's kind of underrated. Andrew stood up here and kind of raved about it. You were with him in San Francisco. Do you see that he's even a better blocker now than what he was when you guys were together in San Francisco?
Well, you don't survive as long as Frank has if you can't play that position without the ball. And this is Frank's 11th training camp, and he wants every rep. He wants every rep. I mean, not just the plays where he's going to get the ball. He wants to be in there and make sure that he understands the protections and then have an opportunity to work on taking on linebackers and playing well without the ball. I mean, Frank is in a short time established himself as one of the leaders in our locker room, not just on our offense.
Are you surprised he wants to take every rep? Because, you know, you've been around long enough. Guys get in their 30s. Training camp is one of their least favorite things they want to take part in.
Well, knowing Frank the way I know Frank, football is life to Frank. I mean, and what I mean by that is I don't know that we ever have a conversation where we're not talking about football. Even when I try and probe and ask him, you know, hey, how's your family? You know, so on and so forth. You know, it goes back to, you know, hey, Coach, what do I need to do to get better? And he has a passion for the game, and he's a great teammate, and he's a leader of men. So Frank has been a welcome addition to our team.
You saw him in OTAs and minicamp, but then when you see him out here 3 days in a row, it probably doesn't surprise you that he's running not like he's 32, I guess.
Right. It's you know, I tell you what, Frank was born to run, and what I mean by that is you know, Frank has a great combination of size and the ability to change direction. But when you look at his leg cycle, you know, his ability to accelerate and not need a lot of room or space, or it doesn't take him a lot of time to get from 0 to 10 in a sense. You know, I think that's just a gift that he has, a natural talent that's one of the many things that's made him an exceptional pro for a long time in this league.
I realize it was early in the process, but what have you seen with Philip Dorsett? You haven't been during the OTAs and all that, but what have you seen, what you expected so far? Well,
you have to really focus on him, all right, to see him, because a lot of times he's running so fast it's hard to keep up with him, you know. You know, his speed, as well as, you know, if you look at Philip, I mean, he's a stout, you know, smaller but stout receiver that has exceptional speed. But he has pretty good football aptitude as well, you know.
Good retention from
Absolutely. His football instincts and his ability to take, you know, the information from the meetings out to the practice field, you know, I would have to give him a double thumbs up from that standpoint. You know, he's a guy that I think our quarterback is starting to trust even more, and the more reps that he gets with Andrew, you know, the more he'll be able to contribute in our offense.
Now that he's out there on the field, what are your early impressions of Duron Carter?
Duron, every day he makes a play that makes you say, wow. You know, he's a big guy that can accelerate and track the ball. And like I just said, every day, you know, he'll make a play, all right, at some point over the course of practice that'll get your attention and let you know why it's important to have guys that can just go up and make a play and take the ball out the air.
If you talked about in the offseason about efficiency and limiting turnovers, do you take note at all of the fact that he hasn't thrown a pick yet in 11 on 11, 7 on 7 drills out here?
Yeah, well, we don't expect, you know, Andrew to go out and make bad decisions. A lot of times, you know, I'm just as much at fault, you know, for some of the plays that don't ultimately end up the way that we would like for them to end up. But that's not something that we talk about, you know, somewhat taboo, you know.
All right, for sure.
All right.
Thanks, Pep.
All right.